This conference is put on by Hawaii Injured Workers Association, and it's like Workers' Comp 101. We invite attorneys and doctors who work with injured workers to give us the basic information as well as information about how to go about in traversing through this very, very difficult journey for the injured workers. So it provides them information about vocational rehabilitation, counseling. We have physical therapists here, we have doctors here, and attorneys who can give them at least some basic information to help them with their cases.
The Hawaii Workers' Compensation System is supposed to be straightforward and simple, and instead it's turned into a very complicated and often litigious system that appears to be broken at times. The purpose of our organization is education. We are trying to educate injured workers on their rights, the benefits that are due to them, and what to do if their rights and benefits are denied. We also try to educate the public. We try to educate the government. That includes the administrative part of the government that oversees workers' compensation. And we also try to educate legislators because oftentimes there are many important legislative issues that arise.
I'm Dick Allgaier, injured worker. That's something I never really wanted on my resume. You don't expect to get injured on the job, you certainly don't want it, but yeah, I guess you could call me an injured worker. Once you get into the workers' comp system, it's something most of us don't understand. So this seminar, this conference here today, is a really good resource. It's a place where you can talk to attorneys, physicians who are sympathetic to the problems you're having, and vocational rehab counselors who are there to help you get back on your feet. It's also an important resource because when you're injured, there are psychological problems that come along with that. So this is a good place to talk to people, learn things you need to know, and talk with other injured workers.
I never thought of being a reporter as a dangerous job. Most of the time, most of the stories that you go out and do involve like going to City Hall and hearing the mayor talk about the rail project overruns or the new sewer system or how he's going to fill in the potholes. On a day-to-day basis, you go to the legislature, you come to meetings like this. It's not too dangerous to drive up the Poly and come here and set up a camera. But from time to time, there are really interesting, exciting stories to do, like, hey, the bridge is washed out. And when you're a young reporter, it's like, hey, the bridge is like a 100-foot drop. The cameraman says, get over a little closer, like, oh, the bridge is 100 foot down, the water's rushing. You don't really think about that.
And you know what? Everybody, I'm assuming here, has had an injury at work, or you've had an injury of some kind? Yes, no? Most of you? Okay. So the next day is always worse, right? What did I do, man? This is crazy. She can't get out of bed. Shoulder motion, she can't move her arm, and she can't turn her neck. So we still don't know where her problem is. Step one is filing a claim. And this is where I'll get into the nuts and bolts of the work comp system. You got to file a claim. You got to let your employer know. You have to let everybody know that you got hurt. The sooner you do it, the better, because then it documents that you've had an injury. Sometimes people will wait 3-4 weeks. What does the insurance do when you do that? They immediately put up red flags and say, we need to check this out before they will accept the claim. So the sooner you get a claim number and file your claim, the easier it is to get yourself into the system and hopefully out of the system.
My name is Dwayne Novo Setliak. I suffered a concussion and a brain injury at work. You're looking at me right now. I look pretty good, shape and all that. But inside, different story. It affects me big time. When I have to focus, look in the computer for a lengthy period of time, it just gives me intense headaches. I had a meeting appointment with a doctor recently in 1 hour of describing the second accident I had at work regarding a shoulder injury. After 1 hour, I was wiped out. I had intense headache for 4 days straight, and I was fatigued. And some of the doctors don't understand being tired and fatigue are two different things. Fatigue is you just you don't feel like you could do anything. Being tired is a different story. You can do it, but being fatigued is a factor. It plays on me there, and the headaches and that are just very tough to deal with. I've had several IMEs, and I would say several of them been very unprofessional. They're saying it's because I'm 74 years old, and they're saying it's my age is causing all the problems with my brain injury, and I disagree with them, and I just can't believe they're saying that to me. It's just degrading to me, and it affects you when you leave, or you say, "What are you're lying." They're saying you're a liar, and I've told that to my attorney and that, and also my attending a physician at the hospital, and but the things like it, people just don't believe you, and that's a hard thing to cope with. People just don't believe it. You're having problems. They look at you and say, "Hey, you're talking good, you're looking good, you're walking good," but inside is a different story, and it's hard to get that across to people.
My name is Alita Diasis. I'm a workers' compensation attorney, and I believe that legal representation is important as an injured worker, because even myself as an attorney, I would want representation, because you cannot think objectively about what's going on when you're right in the middle of the storm. So when you're in the middle of the storm, you need assistance to navigate you through the system, because not everybody is looking out for you. In fact, you'll be lucky to find one person that will be there for you through your entire case. And hopefully that is your attorney.